Chapter 6, Mishnah 3. The Mishnah continues discussing the principle of hashaka. If there are 3 mikvaos in a row, in this one there is 20 sa of rainwater, and in this one there is 20 sa of rainwater, and in this one there is 20 sa of she'uvin, and the mikvah with the she'uvin is on the side of the other 2. And 3 people went down and immersed themselves in them, so that their waters rose and overflowed onto the ground above, and the waters of one mikvah mixed with the waters of the next mikvah. The Mikvaos are all tahor, that is, their waters are now all suitable for tevilah, and the people who immerse themselves in them are all tahor. We are speaking of 3 Mikvaos, none of which is suitable for tevilah in its present state. The 2 of rainwater are potentially suitable, but they lack the required 40 sa'ah, and the one that is composed of she'uvin is altogether not suitable. The 3 people immersed at the same time, so each person displaced some water from the mikvah in which he immersed, and that water rose and overflowed onto the ground above and mixed with the water that overflowed from the mikvah next to it. Because the 2 mikvaos of rainwater are next to each other, their overflows combined to become a single mikvah of 40 sa'ah. The mikvah of she'uvin therefore became suitable for tevilah as well, because its overflow connected it to the newly formed 40 sa'ah mikvah at its side, rendering its water valid through hashaka. Since all 3 mikvaos were connected through hashaka at the time the people immersed in them, it emerges that all 3 people immersed in mikvaos that together contain 40 sa'ah of valid water. All 3 people are therefore tahor. However, if the mikvah containing the she'uvin was in the middle, between the 2 mikvaos of rainwater, and 3 people went down and immersed themselves in them, and they overflowed and mixed with each other, the mikvos remain as they were before, i.e. the she'uvin mikvah remains invalid, and the rainwater mikvos remain valid. And the people that immerse themselves remain as they were before, i.e. they are all still tameh. The reason the she'uvin mikvah remains invalid is that since the 2 mikvaos of rainwater were separated by the one of she'uvin, when the mikvaos of rainwater overflowed, their waters never mixed with each other, but only with the she'uvin. Thus, a valid mikvah of 40 sa'ah of rainwater was never created, and the she'uvin that became connected to the 2 other mikvaos never touched a valid mikvah. And since none of the 3 mikvaos were suitable for tevilah, the 3 people who used them for immersion remained tameh.